Good morning, everyone. It's Misty Bogart here with eXp Realty. I'm here with Ashley Kong, and we're at her new store, Allis, which is at 427 5th Street South. And we're going to chat a little bit and get to know Ashley and her new store a little bit better. Thanks for having me today, Ashley. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
So I have a few questions for you. The first one is, can you describe your business for us a little bit?
My business is a fashion boutique with a little bit of home decor.
Great. And that's similar to your sister store, Scylla, as well, right?
Yes, actually this year I separate my business. Before I had kept home decor, clothing, everything in one spot, but for the better service, I decided to separate the fashion part in here.
That's great. Can you tell us where you're from?
I'm from South Korea.
Okay.
I moved here 16 years ago.
Wow. That must have been quite an adventure.
It was.
And what made you decide to open a business?
In South Korea, when I was living in South Korea, I never had a business experience. Well, but my family is actually most of my relatives, they're having business.
Okay.
So I always wanted something to my own, and I moved here. I have to think like completely from from the start.
Yes.
So, well, I had the opportunity in here. I started actually from the farmers market, and that was my first step. And then I expanded, and here I am.
That's great. So what were you selling at the farmers market?
I made my own jewelry.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Cool. So what drives you to do what you do? What motivates you?
Sometimes, yeah, it's a good question. It makes me think actually. Well, I'd like to introduce new stuff and new trends, and I like to see people happy from my choice to bring to them. So it gives me pleasure.
Nice.
And that's a big thing. And also my family. I always think about my son and my parents and also myself as well. So yeah.
Very good. And what has surprised you most about owning a business?
In the business, there's so many things to care about. Besides just make a store beautiful, there's a lot of hard working and a lot of little things to think about, the paperwork, and also you have to think about the inventory. Yeah, those kind of
Bookkeeping.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And what was it like when you first started?
When I first started, well, as I mentioned a little bit, I started from farmers market. At the time, I didn't have my own space. I had to rent a small table.
Yes.
Yeah. So also I have to set up, and also I have to pack and at the end of the day.
Yes.
So yeah, but it was fine. But after summer, like the farmers market finished, and
Yes.
I started thinking, what can I do now? And then luckily I found a small space. I didn't need a big space at the time, so yeah, very narrow, small space I found, and that was the beginning.
Neat. That's really cool. What is something that your customers would say that they love most about your business?
I hear a lot cute, the word, and also another word when they enter. Here smells so good.
Yes, it does.
That's the thing, and different.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah.
I like the word different best. What are some of the things that you do to motivate and inspire your staff?
Very inspired my staff. When I had no experience before, I just choose what I like. But now I know my customer, and we spend time together for a long time, So I know the loyal customers, the taste, and I think about things like that. But also, the young people who I work with, they give me good inspiration.
Nice.
Yeah, they keep me young.
That's good.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that you faced?
Challenge. Well, every step has challenge. From the starting to choose product for the store, and after I got it, then also like a inventory control, and also I work with the people, so I have to make a schedule.
Yes.
And what else? There's a lot of things, like every step, and also I have to decide. Have to have a sale, and move out some inventory. Yeah, so those kind of things. Yeah.
Why do you think it's important for people to shop local?
Shop local. It's a supporting. If you shop local, it means I think it's supporting your community too, and it gave a chance to create more job opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, and also it affected a lot for the face of your town you live.
Yes.
Because if you see all the street filled with the unique store, and it feels more alive.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's a face of your town.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important, and I think it brings a lot of tourists too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's I think.
Yeah. Perfect. What would you say is one of your most memorable customer experiences?
There's so many real customer, yeah, but if I have to say only one person, that when I opened that small business at the beginning, there is a family. They were supporting me. I didn't expect it, but they gave me $100 cash in the card, and with the nice word, like a charity word. Yeah, it was so nice, and I didn't expect anything from them. I never imagined. Yeah, and but they moved after to Saskatchewan, and I always think about them. And 4 years later, they come back in the town and visit my store.
Oh, nice.
And she think I can't remember her, so she didn't mention anything about that happened. So, but I remember, I'm so glad to see her, and finally, I could appreciate it.
Yes. What a lovely story.
Yeah, I know.
Who from your childhood had the biggest impact on you, and what did that person teach you?
My parents, especially my mother. She lived in completely different world than now I live.
Yes.
She was born as Allis, and at that time, the Korea had when she was younger, they had the Korean War.
Yes.
At the time, their situation is really hard and poor. Well, she grew up. I think she's a really smart woman. I think if she started her own business and she educated more instead of sacrificing herself, I think she is one of a very memorable person. I really think she is. So she teach me a lot of things to be independent and how to work, how to treat people, and not only she's my teacher and she's my best friend.
Oh, nice.
And when she was I think 68, she went to university.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
great.
I really respect her and love her.
Wow,
much.
that's wonderful. What's a memory from childhood that really stands out for you?
My memory, it's my family, of course. I have one brother and only brother. I don't have a sister. So I always have time with my brother when I was young because my parents both worked together.
Yes.
So I spent a lot of time with him. And also whenever they have time, we went to picnic or because our hometown is near the ocean.
Oh, yes.
So we spent the time in the ocean.
Nice.
And another thing, I think when I was young, I really loved the fashion too. So
Yes.
when I entered, people just started elementary school. My mom bought me a nice coat and nice dress, and we went to shoe store, and she wanted me buy something comfortable like a sneakers, but I choose red. I still remember red little bit. There's a heel. So after I bought, because I really like the habit, so she has to buy me because she didn't want to disappoint me. And I still remember this, and when I would walk with it,
So your love of fashion began young.
I think I did.
That's great. If a young person today asked you for advice, what would you tell them?
Oh, yeah. Well, luckily I'm surrounded by really smart young people. I work with it, so I think I learn from them a lot. But if somebody hesitates, then I wish they can just start right now. If you think something,
Yes.
just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Right on. What's something exciting that your customers should know about?
We recently expanded the store in Calgary.
Okay.
So, yeah. So now we can introduce more trends and more interesting things. And also soon we'll have a summer sale.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Cool. So that concludes our interview. I just wanted to say thank you so much to Ashley. I really appreciate your time, and I'm really excited for people to learn a little bit more about you and all three of your stores.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
So make sure you drop by and visit Ashley here at 427 5th Street South at her new store called Allis.